Bamiyan Buddhas are famous throughout the world. Did you know that? The Bamiyan Buddhas had a gold covering until the 9th century. What happened after the 9th century? How did Bamiyan Buddha go from this to this? There lies a painting of the king who sponsored the construction of Bamiyan Buddhas inside Bamiyan caves. The name of the king who built Bamiyan Buddhas was Narendra Ditya Thingila. He was the same king who worshipped goddess Ganesha. Narendra Ditya Thingila consecrated a temple for Lord Ganesha in Gardez, Afghanistan. Unfortunately, the temple did not survive. Today, the Lord Ganesha image has been moved out of Gardez and is now at Pir Ratan Temple, Kabul. Speaking of the two colossal structures, the smaller Buddha stood about 38 meters tall, was created around 550 CE, according to radiocarbon dating. The larger Buddha stood about 55 meters high and was carved a bit later, likely around 615 CE. Behind those statues, there are caves decorated with precious paintings. The Bamiyan caves have become the source of a major discovery. Scientists of European synchrotron radiation facility proved that the murals were made of walnut and poppy seed drying oils, dated back to 7th century, while the oil as a painting medium in Europe was recorded only as early as the 11th century. Created in the ages of Gandhara civilization, the Buddhas of Bamiyan were 7th century statues carved into a cliff in the Bamiyan Valley, which is situated in the high mountains of the Hindu Kush central highlands of Afghanistan. When Xuanzang visited Bamiyan, the Buddhas were standing in full glory. Xuanzang describes the largest standing Buddha as follows. It is 140 to 150 feet high. It is of a dazzling gold color. It is resplendent with ornamentations of precious substances. During this period, the clothes of Buddha were very brightly colored. The larger Buddha was clothed in ruby red and the smaller Buddha in white. And this coloring survived until recently. This is why Muslims named larger Buddha as Sirkbat and the smaller as Kingbat. Dipankara Buddha, from Ezainak, Afghanistan. This image would give us an idea as to how the Bamiyan Buddha may have looked like before it was damaged by invaders. However, there were originally 3 giant Buddha in Bamiyan. The third reclining Buddha was the largest of all. Xuanzang says, to lie, to the east of the city in a monastery, there is a lying statue of Buddha entering nirvana, more than 1,000 feet long. This seems to be Parinirvana Buddha, depicted as he was about to enter the transcendent state of nirvana. The images of the reclining Buddha show him lying on his right side, his head resting on a cushion or on his right elbow. It is a popular iconographic depiction in Buddhism and is meant to show that all beings have the potential to be awakened and be released from the cycle of death and rebirth. Consider this image of Buddha from a Jinnah temple in Tajikistan. The third Buddha of Bamiyan would have been similar in style, but it was much larger. A renowned archaeologist, Zimaria Laitazi, has been on a quest since 2003 to find the 1,000 feet long sleeping Buddha. The third Buddha could have been destroyed by Islamic iconoclasts, because a reclining Buddha is easier to destroy than a standing Buddha. But it is also possible that the third Buddha is still hidden in a secret spot, or is still buried somewhere in Bamiyan. The Safarid ruler, Yaqub ibn Layth, captured Bamiyan in 871 CE. He destroyed several idols, but it was not easy to destroy the giant structure. Hence, he defaced the Bamiyan Buddha. Aurangzeb and Nader Shah used artillery to demolish Bamiyan Buddha, but they failed in completely destroying the idols. They only managed to destroy the legs of the Bamiyan Buddha. Until the 20th century, it was a tradition among Muslim soldiers of Afghanistan to fire in the direction of Bamiyan Buddha. This was noted by multiple European observers. Remember that there was no Afghanistan during those days. In fact, the early Muslim scholars considered Bamiyan as a part of India. For example, the 10th century Arabic scholar, Al-Nadim, wrote that Bamiyan was a frontier of India. In Bamiyan, there are idols of gold adorned with precious stones. Al-Nadim also mentioned that people used to make the pilgrimage to Bamiyan from all parts of India. Once Bamiyan Buddhas lost their face, their identity was also lost. Multiple theories suggest that The Bamiyan Buddha were constructed during the Kushan era. Even though King Kanishka was a patron of Buddhism, there is simply no evidence to prove this theory. Bamiyan Buddha was built by a Hindu king named Narendra Aditya in the 7th century. This has been proved by carbon dating. There was no Kanishka and no Kushans in the 7th century. They were all long dead. King Kanishka's accession has been estimated as occurring between 78 and 144 CE. Now, the range for AMS carbon-14 dating of Western Buddha is between 591 and 644 CE. Narendra Aditya's rule was from 597 to 633 CE. It would definitely have required his consent to be built inside his territory. This means Narendra Aditya was indeed the king when Western Buddha was built. It is still possible that Eastern Buddha could also have been built by Narendra Aditya early in his reign. Or it could have been built by his predecessor, who was also a Hindu king. This is why we stick to our original statement that Bamiyan Buddhas were built by the Hindu kings. The giant Buddhas stood watch over the Bamiyan Valley from the 7th century, surviving Mongol invasions and the harsh environment, until the Taliban arrived. On 27 February 2001, Taliban leader Mullah Muhammad Omar issued a decree ordering the elimination of all non-Islamic statues and sanctuaries in Afghanistan. Later, a jihad was waged against the 2 Buddha statues. Initially, the Taliban terrorists started the demolition of statues with guns and artillery. But when it proved to be ineffective, they brought in rockets and dynamite to blow the statues.